Let's hear from the coach. This is Behind the Beard with Bobby Smirniotis, Forge FC head coach and sporting director. Now, the woman who takes us there, here's Mackenzie Barwell on the Forge Audio Network.
Welcome to week 21 of Behind the Beard. Yeah, I got a pen. We lost a pen. It's okay. Who would have thought we would make it this far?
21 weeks. That
Plus-
means our first show this year was when?
Week 3? 4?
I don't know. What day was that?
I don't know, but we're week...
We didn't start at the beginning of the year?
No, we didn't. But it's week 25 of the regular season, right?
Week 25.
So, look at me.
We've played a midweek game here or there.
I thought I was on that. You're right. I have no idea then.
Yeah.
But
We didn't start the first week of the season?
no, I don't think so.
You were busy?
I was doing my student things, and
okay. Well,
here I am
was
again.
here.
Now I'm doing. Listen, I'm living a double life. I feel like I'm a double agent.
You're young.
Poli-sci by
Energy.
day, Forge Audio Network by night.
Poli-sci.
Anyways, thank you so much for sticking
You don't
around.
want to talk about
No,
poli-sci?
I don't want to get into
Okay.
that right
All
now.
right.
But in combination with last season, I wonder how many episodes total we're at. Probably like 40 or 50.
40. I don't think we did a full season last year.
No, but we got up to, I think, maybe 25 or
We did.
something like that.
Oh, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting close.
There's a...
We have to have a special show on number 50. You got to figure that out.
You're right. We should.
Yeah, because I'm not good at counting any of that stuff. Like when our players have their 100th game.
Oh, you would never know?
I have no clue.
You just wait for someone
Like
to say.
we may have 3 players in the team that have gone past their 100th game.
And
I wouldn't know.
Well, you wouldn't know.
No.
You wouldn't count.
I'm figuring somebody's counting. I don't know if that's Nico. If
Yeah,
it's
who is
Jelani.
counting? That's a great question. Because Garv the other day got his jersey for 100 games.
I have no clue.
No clue. Don't ask this guy.
So I'm gonna go with Jelani.
For somebody who loves numbers, though,
Yeah.
you should probably get on that.
All right.
Anyways, there was one thing I was excited to talk to you about because I talked to a couple of the guys after the game, traveling back from Vancouver. You had a red eye.
Yeah.
The turbulence sounds a little bit aggressive on the plane coming back.
There's a lot of chatter about this turbulence.
Was it not that big of a deal for you?
I mean, it lasted like 2-3 minutes.
Really?
That's not long.
They made it sound like it was half an hour worth of turbulence.
I mean, I wasn't bothered by it.
You weren't?
No, Eddie wasn't on the flight, so we're lucky.
Eddie?
Yeah.
Is he, ooh, he would not have done well, eh?
I think on his first trip, I guess I'm going to let it out of the bag. I think it was his first trip years ago. I think at one point he grabbed Costa's hand.
Like actually?
Yeah. Or grabbed him or... Yeah, Eddie's not a fan
Eddie.
of turbulence. The worst thing that can happen to Eddie is at the beginning of the flight, a pilot warns that there's going to be turbulence at some point in the flight. So the pilot did warn us. He said in the last hour of the flight, we'll be hitting some turbulence.
Okay, so you could have you saw it coming then.
But the plane shook a little bit.
Yeah, Noah said it felt like a tin can.
It was an uncomfortable plane. It was,
Another one, no outlets, no...
swoop. Apparently WestJet wants to put these planes into circulation, but maybe on the wrong route.
Yeah,
Keep them on the short route.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Or
uncomfortable.
else you're just like hanging around in there. Yeah. No players in the cockpit this time around?
Nope.
Okay.
Made a friend.
Did you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Were you sitting next to somebody new?
Yeah, some guy who was all about talking. I think he, he had some time with Coach Joe than with me. Great guy.
Really?
Yeah.
It was overnight though. Was he not fighting for his life to stay awake?
I don't think he could sleep. He was flying in from Mexico, moved to Mexico. I think he said 25 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, lives
you
in
got the
Puerto
life
Vallarta.
story. No way.
Yeah. Went there on vacation.
That's kind of fun.
Came back to Canada 1 year later. He's like, that place was nice.
And then he's gone.
Gone.
What was his name?
Tim.
Tim. Really?
Yeah, it was Tim.
Tim. Well,
Yeah,
did you tell him about our pod to tune in on
great
Wednesdays?
story.
No?
No. He had a lot of questions to ask about the team, so it was good.
Okay, there you go.
There
I
you
love
go.
that.
Shout out to Tim.
Well, I'm glad you had a smooth-ish traveling experience.
Yeah.
The guys made it sound a little bit more dramatic than it probably was.
You know what it is? The guys all sleep. So
Right.
they're probably like sleeping. Oh, what just happened?
And then they woke up.
They woke up.
That is
then
exactly
can't
what they
sleep.
said.
I don't sleep.
Meanwhile, you're just talking to Tim. And
No,
you're like,
I
this
wasn't
is
talking to Tim
exactly-
at that point.
Oh.
I think Tim was sleeping at that point. It's the last hour. This is me just trying to figure out how time is going to go by.
Fast, yeah. Was he sitting in between you and Coach Joe?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
And Coach Joe sleeps the whole time.
Really?
Yeah. He
Shout
gets
out.
on, big headphones, silencing or watching one of his movies.
You know what? That doesn't surprise me. I feel like he would be very zen within himself and just ignore everything else.
He's got all the gadgets that help you do whatever you need to do wherever you are.
Listen, Coach, we have some things to talk about.
All right.
Look at me. I have to shut you down from the rambling.
You asked me.
I did, yeah. Okay, let's talk about this game. Obviously, 3-1 victory. Yep. I talked to Dav, as I mentioned, on Monday, and he pointed out some things that he felt the team was particularly effective in, and that was on the wings between the combination with him, Borges, and Cissé, and then also on the left with Benny and his 1v1. So how big of a role do you think those two things in particular played in the team's success?
Yeah, usually when we're good in those areas, we're very good in the game. There's a few things. One, it's we're very good on the ball. You look at our goals and how many passes. I think on the first goal, it's 24 passes before we finished, along with a combination play on the outside, which was done very well. And we had an overload on the right side. We we put Benny into a lot of isolation moments on the left side in the way we were playing. So I think both things worked out. I thought Ali was great in the midfield, just moving the team around and keeping the tempo going. And I thought it was a very good performance. We've scored some good goals. We've had some other good chances, and then we've gone up in a score where we're comfortable, and we've also been able to look at a different. Little bit of a different setup in how to see out a match, which is important in this part of the season. And the guys did very well at that.
Was it 26 passes you said before the first?
It was 24.
24, sorry. Numbers.
Yeah,
Is that where you were
numbers.
Crunching before the game?
No, those were different numbers.
Something else. Did you see Matthew also scored, Dav's brother, over the weekend?
Yes, I did.
What the heck is that about?
Yeah, well, they are born on the same day, 2 years apart.
No way. Really?
Yes.
Something might be in the air between them. It's almost like a twin thing, but not actually.
One's born 19. I forget what day their birthday is, but same day, 2 years.
Is Dav older?
Dav is older.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I want to talk about him for a second because he was CPL Player of the Week.
Okay.
Obviously with a goal and an assist, rightfully so. But apart from his performance this past week and just looking at the season overall, how big of a role do you feel he's played in the team's success this season, especially in contrast to 2023 when we've talked about this before, but he was dealing with that injury and was inconsistently, in and out of games?
Yeah, I think when you look at all of our attacking players, they've played an important role, and he's one of the ones. You look at his minutes, you look at his importance in the lineup, and one thing that's gotten better in David on a day where maybe he's not going to produce numbers, and whether that's a goal or an assist, his energy and his ability to get in behind defenders, his ability to create problems is always a nuisance because that's opening up space for somebody else. And I think that's what he's gotten better with. It's not just relying on what he puts up in a goal or an assist in the game, but his overall performance. And I think that's what's been more consistent about him this year, and that's given him better ability to find his attacking moments, but also to open up the spaces for his teammates.
Yeah, no, energy is a good point. He seems like he's floating around. He looks just happier, to be honest. There's one other guy.
He can run.
What did you say? And he can run?
And he can run.
Yeah, that helps too.
Yeah.
One other guy I want to highlight, and that is Cissé. He was in the CPL Team of the Week. Between his assists, I think he also won possession 8 times, something like that. Yeah, I got numbers.
Yeah, there
I got
you go.
numbers too. Won 3 tackles. But I think one of the things about Cissé is that he doesn't seem outwardly as maybe flashy in some ways. Yeah. At first glance, he doesn't appear like the best guy on the field, but then you look at the numbers, you're like, whoa, this guy's facilitating a lot. So what do you think it is about his maybe style of play that sets his teammates up for success and makes everyone else look better around him?
Yeah, he's like a silent assassin out there. He's just doing stuff. You go back and you watch the film, and defensively, he's been super. Just the way he's picked off the ball, his positioning and things, and just making the right decisions, especially in the transition moments, to either put us in a good time to possess or a good time to get forward. And then he picks his moments on when to get forward, as he did with setting up the second goal. He's not a guy who's going to go 15, 20 times and a half. He's always going to be in the right spot, but he knows the exact moments when to drive forward and make himself important in the attack. And I think that's what he brings, a very good balanced game to what he does. And it's just another piece that we can move around between him being excellent in the midfield, and this was a game where he was excellent at right back.
Yeah, and him smiling during practice in the corner, just... That's still the case, right?
Yes, always. I think he's smiling, asking for a bonus.
Yeah, sure. I forgot about that. Yeah. Okay, looking at this coming weekend, you'll play York at home, one of 2 last home games, and you've already surpassed the team's home record wins. Like, I think it was set in 2022 at 26 points total. Now you have 31. Now with an opportunity to beat the league record, which was set last year by Cavalry at 33. So knowing that was such a big goal for you guys this season and wanting to flip that around from last year, how motivating do you think that is for the guys going into these final weeks? Yeah,
we want to be good at home. I don't think we really, to be honest, care about records, because you just brought that up today, because the only one that counts is that you're lifting a trophy at the end. So of course we know with 2 games at home, it's important to get maximum points. If we do that, we put ourselves in a fantastic spot for the Shield. So beyond that, everything else is a bonus. But we know York, they're going to come in here. They're hungry. They're playing for their spot, and everything in these final games, everything's to play for. We just need to be our serious self on the field. That's the most important thing, and I think that's what we showed this past Saturday in Vancouver, and bouncing back from our performance in Halifax. And that was a good lesson for us, and now hopefully we can stay on that path in this next game.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's interesting you say that, because Milty gave me this stat before we started. Like, you gotta ask him. I'm like, he's gonna shut me down. Yeah. But
no, I honestly didn't know that.
Oh, really? Oh, I thought he had a conversation with you. That's why.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
No, that's news.
Always bringing stats to the episodes.
And not concerned about records.
Okay. Well, let's talk about York, because you just said it there. Yeah. They'll be hungry and need to clinch a playoff spot. The last time you played them, 0-0, I believe. Tie, no goals on the scoreboard. So what do you think will have to happen this time around to break that deadlock and get an edge on them?
Yeah, I think in that game, I thought we were good. We've created some good opportunities. It's kind of one of those strange games, because it was, I think it was 4 days before the semifinal game against TFC. Yeah. So it was, players, everyone's got different things in the back of their heads on how you're managing that game and playing it as an away match. So, like I said, we know they're always going to be the best version of themselves playing against us. It's and we've seen that this year. The games have been good, and we've played each other 4 times, I think, to date, including the Canadian Championship. And all those games have been tough games, and we expect the exact same. You talk about 2 weeks ago that things are getting tight. You're getting towards the end, but 2 weeks ago is a lot different than now. There's 4 games left. There really isn't another chance for points. Every week that goes by, the pressure mounts on any team. So you're going to get the best version of any group, and that's why we got to make sure we're doing that. We don't look at the standings. We don't look at what happens if this happens and so on, because the only thing you're going to be happy with is 3 points. And if you don't have that, then that changes your whole mentality again. Mm-hmm. So that's why you just focus on this match. We know it's going to be a good opponent. We know it's an opponent that needs this match, as much as we do. And that's the mentality. We have to go play our football and make sure we've got more energy than them.
Mm-hmm. One guy that's talked about a lot when it comes to York's attack is Mo Bully. Yep. Having coached him and also seen his growth since leaving Forge, what do you think is important for the team to keep in mind to ensure that he is, muted in that sense and kept out of the equation?
Yeah, he's a player that floats around the field. He's got a little bit of a free role in a lot of things he does. So that's important, just to make sure you're seeing in what spaces he's going. And his creativity on the ball is excellent. He's a player I knew not only from Forge, from before. A lot of respect for him. You want to neutralize him, you make sure we're good on the ball. And he's doing more defending than attacking, and I think that's sometimes the key with certain players. So, we need to be very good. Like I talked about in Vancouver, you look at the goals we scored and the amount of possession we've had and how good we were playing in 2 to 3 touches. I think that's going to be very important in this game, so then we can neutralize what they have as 2 very fantastic, attacking threats in Mo Bully and Brian Wright.
Yeah. Okay, I want to switch to the Forge side, because we saw a slightly different look with Benny and Amadou up top. What was to like about that? I know Benny was a little bit isolated, as you said, but Amadou as a young guy getting the start again, and is without giving away too much, obviously.
Yeah. No, Amadou is an energy type of player. He works hard in training. He gives you a different look. Gives you sometimes a player that can press a little bit more, a player that can spring up and get in behind defenders. Vancouver's a team that, tended a lot of times to play against us with a little bit of higher line with space in behind. So we knew if that happened, we had a little bit more direct speed to get in behind with Amadou. That didn't occur a lot. Vancouver was dropping their lineup, but then he did a great job in between the lines. He was very good in picking up the ball, making the simple passes, and then, in losing the ball, he was ready to go and press their defenders. And I think he did a good job in the first half, forcing some very good turnovers. So, what we wanted out of him tactically was very good.
There, okay. I've got one other thing before we wrap up, and it has to do with something that is currently on the whiteboard in the clinic. I don't know if you see that because Liam does these questions of the day. I see them occasionally. Did you see the one today or no?
No.
Okay.
Today's.
I just want to get your opinion on it.
Let's see. Did he change it from yesterday? I'm sure he did.
Yeah, it's changed. Now that it is officially fall, which I've been meaning to ask you actually, what weather do you prefer the most, playing or coaching, I should say? Like hot?
No.
Like, do you like this kind of?
I like the summer nights.
Yeah.
Like
it's too sticky outside. Even in your office, it feels like
our
there's
7
humidity.
p.m. matches are excellent in the summer.
Okay, and then fall maybe is a close second? Yeah. Or would it go spring then fall?
No, more fall. Spring, you get the rain.
Oh,
Who's a fan of rain?
Yeah. Just makes your hair go, oh. Okay, moving on.
Snow's beautiful, looks nice, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Nobody likes walking around in the rain.
Yeah, that's so fair. Well, the question of the day in the clinic today was a fall stuff draft. So there's 5 teams, and then people are voting on which team they would draft. And they're all made up of different things.
Okay, I think I understand. Ask the question.
Oh my God. Okay, this is the easiest game ever.
Okay, go.
Lock in.
Maybe you're not explaining. If I'm going to pick what I would do from all these?
So this is one team. It's just a collection of things. So keep these in mind.
Now I got you.
Now you
I'm
get
with
it.
you. So what team am I?
Yes, exactly.
Of the 5 teams.
Yeah,
got it.
Sorry.
No.
I'll only do 3 because there's way
go.
too many. So that's the first one.
Yeah.
NFL apple picking, corn maze, leaf jumping. Yeah. Now we're going to go back up to team 4. Yeah. Playoff baseball.
Yeah.
Halloween. First day of crisp air. And spooky outdoor events.
Okay.
Last one. We'll go team 3. Thanksgiving. He wrote spicy Halloween costumes. Crock pots. Sports season starting and bonfires. I actually didn't mean to read that one.
I'm literally none of those teams.
No?
No.
Not even the first one? I thought you
No.
were going to say maybe the first.
No, I don't watch NFL anymore.
Okay.
I don't go apple picking.
What?
No.
You don't-
My wife loves it.
Yeah, so go apple picking.
Takes the kids.
Go without you.
I'm here.
You can't find an hour.
No.
Listen, one day we'll skip an episode so you can go apple picking with the fam.
She goes on the weekends. We're here.
Okay, fair.
Okay, there we go.
So that's not
what else
you.
on that? Maze?
That was corn. Yeah, nice. Yeah.
The maze is good.
That's fun.
Yeah, that's fun.
I love a
What was
corn
the other
maze.
thing? Jumping in leaves.
Yes.
Do I look like somebody who wants to jump in leaves?
Yeah, maybe not. Not even as a kid, though.
Give me another team.
Okay,
Those
another
3
team. We'll keep
teams had
going.
nothing to
I
do.
think you're right. I chose the wrong ones. Let's try team 1. College. Shoot.
Go on.
Shoot. You don't watch
College football?
Yeah.
I used to be a big college football
Okay.
fan.
Fall.
25 years ago.
Fall foliage. What is that? I don't know.
Go on.
Fall wardrobe. Pumpkin carving.
Go to the other team now.
Okay. Team 2. Pumpkin spice.
Yeah. So what I've realized, because that's all you have to say, pumpkin spice, and I'm out.
Really?
I'm out.
Really? I thought
So what I've realized through all of this, I'm not really a fall type
No,
of guy.
I was just going to say,
No.
this is completely irrelevant to you.
No.
I'm disappointed.
Pumpkin spice?
Yeah, like coffees.
No.
You look offended.
Big time.
No.
You know what John Oliver is?
Yeah.
Right? Have you ever watched this show on HBO?
No, but I know who you're talking about.
Go look up his episodes on pumpkin spice lattes.
Like the what's
Just
it
go
called?
look it up.
Okay, like
John
the
Oliver
comedy shows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's his political satire, whatever.
Yeah,
you
I
wanna
was
call
going
it.
to say satire. Okay.
So just go on YouTube and do John Oliver and pumpkin spice
And that's
latte.
the reason. Okay.
That's the reason. You'll kind of see what I
Where
feel.
you're coming from?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just rhyme off the last 3 things in this team. Fall candles. Is your house the kind of house with the candles with the leaves with like it? Does Irene at least do that or no?
Leaves?
Yeah, like you know the fake leaves that you can get from.
Oh yeah, like we've got decorations.
Yeah,
in
the
house.
decorations.
Like, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and then it just says soup.
I like soup.
Great.
Is that the same thing as pumpkin spice?
So maybe this, unfortunately.
Like butternut squash soup and soups like that?
Yeah.
I'm all in on soups.
Are you in on pumpkin, why am I blanking? Pie, yeah.
I mean, it's okay.
I don't really like it.
I have like a little bit.
I was really hoping this game would go a little further.
This was terrible.
But if there's one thing we found out, it's that he's not really a fall guy.
No, maybe I just skip that and go right into winter.
No. Come on, it's so on theme. Look at all this orange and brown.
It's the color of our team, Mackenzie.
It's the color of fall, Bobby.
There's a lot of orange in here.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Episode 22. Stay tuned.
Good stuff.
This has been Behind the Beard with Mackenzie Barwell and Bobby Smyrniotis. If you like what you heard, please like, follow, subscribe, comment, and share.